Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
What?
I'm just ready to go.
Unless you prefer to do them in between the two meetings.
Yes. It's ready to go.
Thank you, Justin.
You're welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate everyone hanging in with us. It's a special night tonight, so special activities. Can we get an introduction from Gisela?
Hi, everybody. My name is Andrea. I'm here with the
Andrea.
Community Language Cooperative, and my colleague Gisela is joining me today. We are going to be practicing language justice, and we're going to have simultaneous interpretation in English and in Spanish so that we can communicate in the language of our heart or how we feel more comfortable. Once we turn on the interpretation, if you're on Zoom, you're going to see a globe that is going to come up at the bottom of your screen where you're going to be able to select your preferred language. If you don't see the globe, please go to the three little dots or where it says more, and you'll find the interpretation function there. Hola a todos, mi nombre es Andrea, estoy aquí con mi colega Gisela y estamos aquí con la Community Language Cooperative. Vamos a estar practicando la justicia del lenguaje el día de hoy y tendremos interpretación simultánea en inglés y en español para que todos podamos comunicarnos en el idioma de nuestro corazón o como nos sintamos más cómodos. Una vez que aprendamos la interpretación, por favor, dale clic al globo que va a aparecer en la parte inferior de tu pantalla o a los tres punticos donde dice más para que puedas escoger tu idioma preferido. For those of you who are in the council right now, please remember to speak at a conversational pace. Spanish is 20 to 25% longer than English. If at some point you're speaking too quickly, I'm going to turn on my camera, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to text your host and I'm going to let them know to please slow you down so that we can keep up with you. And host, we can start interpretation now. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. All right, I'll call to order this the work session for the Sheridan City Council for December 8th, 2025. Can we have a roll call, please?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Councilmember Camacho, can you hit your present button, please?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right, we have all members except for Councilmember Kelly present. So we will go into the Sheridan Housing Authority meeting. That's the first item on our agenda for tonight. So I'll call to order the Sheridan Housing Authority meeting for December 8th, 2025, and the time is 6:11 p.m. The first item we have on our agenda is the minutes, presentation and approval of the minutes. I know we have new people tonight. I don't know if you want to come up and just introduce yourself to council before we kind of get rolling into the meeting.
I've been here once before, so I'm Kim Kerr. I'm normally the administrative manager. Right now, we don't have an executive director, so I am the acting co-executive director with.
I'm the other acting co-executive director. I'm Jen Lambert. I normally function as the housing tech, the HCB housing tech.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Ron Snodgrass, the financial service manager for Inglewood Housing Authority.
Great. Thank you all for being here. So we'll try not to put too much on you tonight since you're all filling substitute roles, but glad to have you here if we have questions. So, so we have the minutes. Do I have a motion on the minutes? I have a motion from Board Member Camacho and a second from Board Member Whitaker. Any discussion on the minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the second page, I want to say it's page 5 on the Housing Authority. My name has an extra letter in it.
Oh, it's good. Strange. Strange. It's strange,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be staying.
That's about
it. Yeah. So we, if we can get that noted for the minutes, maybe corrected for next time around. Thank you.
I'm strange, but only when you get to know me.
All right. Any other questions or comments on the
And just so you know,
Oh.
just for the record, it misspelled it throughout.
Yeah.
So I think it was probably the autocorrect. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I don't see any other questions. So I think we can vote on the minutes. That motion is approved unanimously. Next, we have the financial report, the presentation and approval. Does anybody want to give us a little overview on the financial report?
Of course, the financials are always first. Yeah, we're into the month of September and October for the financials. The note of significance for the financials for September is that our management fees had a reconciliation done by HUD, and they gave us an extra $8,000 in management fees, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And so our management fees are higher than normal for September of 21,000, when normally they're about 12,000. So that was like the big change for September. Moving into October, the net income is about $315 for the month, which is normal because normally the voucher program doesn't really make money. And so that's normal. The general fund just had interest in a bank fee for transferring the money to our new bank accounts. Hopefully you guys are aware that we're changing banks. And so we had a bank fee of transferring the funds to A and B Bank, which is our new bank. And basically now through October, all those funds have been transferred, but we are still having some deposit issues. That's why the bank balances on the financials are elevated on the bank statement. They're showing for October, let's see, like about 170,000, or let's see, 161,000 in October for the operating account. And that's because HUD put in your bank account into the change from First Bank to A and B Bank. So 93,000 of those funds actually were for Inglewood. So we set up a payable and receivable on the books. So the receivable to Inglewood is also elevated by about 93,000. As you can see, that's very abnormal. So that's the reason for that. Moving into your restricted net position for October is a negative $32,000, which means that HUD owes Sheridan $32,000. And we normally at year end, we're getting ready to finish our entries. Since we're in December right now, we're going to be making entries to basically, we know where we're at for the year in our expense for the voucher program. So we'll be doing a request from HUD for additional funding of that 32,000, or if it has come down, it looks like it's coming down through December to about 10,000. So we'll be requesting money to make up that negative RMP by year end. The payable on Sheridan's books to Inglewood really is about $70,000, and that's normal at year end. We take a look at that and we do a catch up payment from Sheridan to Inglewood for management fees. Because RMP and HUD doesn't usually fund us timely when we're leasing up, and Sheridan's been leasing up, usually there's a shortage in cash. And so we basically withhold paying Inglewood their full management fees until we know what we're getting from HUD, because we don't want to have a shortage and not be able to pay the landlords. We'll be having Sheridan clean up some of that payable of about $70,000 in December.
Okay.
All makes sense?
Sounds good.
Any questions?
Questions about the financial reports?
Thank you.
No, thank you. Okay, I have a motion from Board Member Stang and a second from Board Member Moreno. Any other discussion on the financial report? Okay, let's vote. That motion is approved unanimously. Then we have the program reports, the presentation and approval.
Okay, so the HCB program
In September, we're leased up at 133 of our 181 vouchers. We have 18 that other housing authorities administer and bill us for. The average contract rent is about $1,900. So something to note about this is when they say like number of unleased vouchers is 25, we are sitting right about 96% of our budget authority. So we're probably not leasing up 25 more vouchers. And then through October, so we actually leased up quite a few of those 8 vouchers that you see. So if you look through October, we really only have 3 left. 2 of them actually did lease up in November, so we've got 1 more pending before the end of the year. The 2-year tool shows that we're projected to be at about 97% of budget authority for 2026. So we're not going to be in shortfall. We're not currently in shortfall. We're not going to be in shortfall, but we are at a point where we're probably not issuing more vouchers right now. We can still absorb port ins. We've been absorbing port ins into Sheridan to kind of mitigate some of the attrition that we get. But we probably won't issue more vouchers. We'll look at the 2-year tool again in, I think January is when we have the next meeting with HUD to look at the 2-year tool. If things have changed, we might issue vouchers then. We'll need to open our wait list and get all of that stuff done. But right now, we're kind of in a holding pattern.
Okay.
Any particular questions about the HCV program?
I just have a quick question.
Yes.
The outgoing portables to other housing authorities.
Yes.
What does that mean? Like, how's that defined?
So you, a participant, can port their voucher to any housing authority. There's one of 2 ways that works. If I send a port to a different housing authority and they absorb the voucher into their own program, we no longer have that voucher and we're no longer spending money on it. If the other housing authority does not absorb the voucher into their own program, they bill us for the voucher. So those 18 are the people that we're still paying other housing authorities for because they're technically still our vouchers.
What's the benefit in doing that?
Well, we sort of don't have a say. The other housing authority gets to say whether or not they're absorbing or billing.
Do we get those back to lease out here?
If the other housing authority absorbs the voucher, then yes, we will have that money free to lease up here.
Okay.
Other questions? All right. I get a motion on the program reports. Got a motion from Board Member Whitaker and a second from Board Member Lopez. Any other questions on the program reports? Please cast your votes. That motion is approved unanimously. And then we have the manager's report presentation and approval. So this is just kind of the overview of what's been going on in your manager report here. Anything you want to cover?
Let me find my thing. So Lindsay Gorzalski resigned in November, and Kim Kerr and Jennifer Lambert have been appointing acting co-executive directors. Went over most of the housing choice voucher for the program reports. Something I did not mention is we currently have about 10% of the program participants that are on repayments agreements with IHC for underreporting income. So the total amount owed is $18,280. And then we are not renewing the Next Step grant. So we've not put in an application for that. That ends in March. And that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot going on.
Anybody have questions on the manager's report? Okay. Looks like I have a motion from Board Member Stang and a second from Board Member Moreno. I wanted to ask if you know anything about the process going forward for filling the vacancy of the executive director. Have you all been involved in that, or is that the Inglewood
Not really.
board that
It's
does
the
that?
Inglewood board that
Okay.
does that. Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't heard anything yet about what they're doing?
The information that I have is that the board has created some subcommittees that are working on the search process, but that's about the information that I have.
Okay, I mean, it's still pretty new, so I wasn't expecting there to be too much movement yet, but.
It's still pretty new. And they may decide more things at the Inglewood board meeting on Wednesday, but
Okay.
as of right now, there's not a more current update.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll just make sure you keep in contact with our staff or with the new mayor, about what's going on so we can have an idea.
Yeah, for certain.
All right. All right. Anybody else have any other questions on the manager's report before we vote? Okay, please cast your votes. That motion is approved unanimously. And we have unfinished business. There's nothing. We have new business. Do you want me to hold on till you can log in, or should we keep rolling? You good? Okay. New business, we have resolution number 5 of series 2025. A board resolution approving adoption of utility allowance schedules for Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program. And I've got a motion from Board Member Whitaker and a second from Board Member Camacho. Do you want to just give us an overview of what's in Resolution 5?
So the utility allowances, I believe, are attached.
Yeah.
We use the utility allowances that are published by DOH,
Mhm.
and it is both the single family and the multifamily. We'll put them into effect as of January 1st.
And that's something we do every year, so.
It is
these
something
folks should
that
have
we
seen one
do
before,
every
but
year.
it's always good to reiterate.
Right, for certain.
Okay, anybody have any question on the utility allowances for next year? No? Okay, please cast your votes. That motion is approved unanimously. And that's all we have for Sheridan Housing Authority business.
We
So
actually have
one more.
one more instance of new business that we didn't put on here.
Well, I just wanted to mention that,
Can you get up to the mic? Sorry, otherwise our interpreter can't hear you.
because we have a new mayor coming in, I've already given to your clerk the forms that I will need to be completed,
Okay,
for both A and B, our bank, and then for Colorado Trust.
great.
So I just wanted you guys to know had that in process.
Yeah, if you're going to take off, our new mayor's right there in yellow if you want to say hi and introduce yourself before you go.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you all, and we'll adjourn the Sheridan Housing Authority meeting at 6:26 p.m. and go back to our work session. And our next item is the beneficial electrification plan.
Mayor, just let me know when you're ready to begin.
All right. I think we're good. Thanks.
Hello, Mayor. Hello, council members. Mel England, Sustainability Program Manager, joined here by Andrea McCarthy from Partners in Energy. And we're really excited to go over the final draft plan of Sheridan's Beneficial Electrification Plan. This is in the memo, but just as a refresher, the Partners in Energy program is a completely free program through Xcel Energy, and it helps municipalities do energy planning. And that can range from electric vehicle plans, energy planning in general, and beneficial electrification planning is also in that vein. Next slide, please. So the agenda for tonight, we're going to go over an overview of beneficial electrification. The drivers are basically why are we doing an electrification plan at Sheridan? Then we're going to go over the City of Sheridan draft beneficial electrification plan at a high level view. And then we're going to go over support for implementation. I'm going to end with some really exciting news around the beneficial electrification front for Sheridan. And then we'll close with a Q&A. And throughout the presentation, Andrea and I are going to be kind of bouncing back and forth between each other. So next slide, please. And I'm going to hand it over to Andrea now for the next few slides.
Great, good evening. Thanks for having us present to you. So first, we're going to talk a little bit about what beneficial electrification is, why we're talking about it, and some of the opportunities there. Next slide, please. So to kind of kick off why this has become a topic of interest and why Sheridan wanted to partake in developing this plan is that there are some advantages with beneficial electrification around reducing greenhouse gas emissions, creating savings around some of the operational costs for electric vehicles, improved comfort and performance in some of the home appliances and equipment, and then improved air quality and reduced air pollutants in the air. And just as a kind of touching on that graph on the right-hand side of the slide is just talking a little bit about some of the costs, benefits of owning an EV versus a gasoline vehicle. So over time, an EV has much fewer, sorry, this is not cost, this is emissions. So looking at greenhouse gas emissions and air pollutants, reducing or emitting fewer emissions over time. Next slide, please. All right, so then the kind of because of those advantages, Sheridan wanted to develop a beneficial electrification plan. And the beneficial electrification plan or beneficial electrification is looking to reduce fossil fuel use equipment, either through transportation, as we talked about with EVs a little bit, and then building electrification. So this is referring to equipment or appliances that may be powered by either natural gas or electric and may be more efficient to switch over. So that can be either water heaters, HVAC systems, and we'll kind of talk about some of the strategies that come out of that. Next slide, please. All right, so I'm going to hand this back over to Mel to talk a little bit about why Sheridan is working on this.
Thank you. So we have many reasons for why Sheridan is pursuing a beneficial electrification plan. As I'm sure you all know, front to cover the sustainability plan, but one of the projects in Sheridan's sustainability plan is to essentially explore applying and participating in a Partners in Energy plan, an energy plan. So check mark off that one. We did it. But then there's so much more on top of that too. Next slide, please. So earlier in this year, Sheridan set a greenhouse gas target of a 50% reduction of greenhouse gas over our 2021 baseline to hit in 2030. And if you look at what makes up our community-wide greenhouse gases, 89% of that is building and transportation. That is a big piece of the pie, almost the whole pie. And so to do the beneficial electrification plan, we're really saying we made these targets. We're going to do all the work we can to see it through. Something else that was brought up before was the air quality piece of beneficial electrification. Sheridan, as well as a bunch of other communities, especially urban communities in the Front Range, are really riddled with air pollution problems. By electrifying our buildings and our transportation, we improve public health, we improve the lives of residents in Sheridan and beyond. And then next slide, please. So not only in Sheridan are we planning for electrification, this is very much a regional, a state, a countrywide initiative that's been going on. We list a lot of plans there. I won't go through each and every one of them, but the state has had a greenhouse gas reduction plan for quite some time. The state also has an EV plan, but looking more closer to home, Arapahoe County is doing a lot in this space as well. They have an EV plan, goals to hit in the region. And then something I find the most exciting is this $200 million that DRCOG got for building electrification, which is something I don't want to spoil the surprise, but later on we're going to talk about that a little bit more for how that piece is coming to Sheridan as well to do some really exciting work. Next slide, please. So this also aligns really well with some plans and efforts we already have underway. In Sheridan, we have our comprehensive plan update in 2015, and then the sustainability plan was adopted as a piece of that plan. And within the sustainability plan, we have a lot of goals around energy reduction, electric transportation, and then we're also really walking the talk by doing our municipal energy project. We're going to have solar at the municipal center for the first time. We're also doing a lot with EV chargers at the municipal center. We have an EV. We're really already doing such incredible work. And this plan is just to help us, one, celebrate the great work we're doing, and then give us a framework to keep on going. So now I'll pass it back to Andrea.
And next slide, please. All right, so I just wanted to note a little bit about Xcel Energy's goals around some of this as well. So they're helping communities reduce their emissions. Xcel Energy is also working towards a carbon-free future. So you can see 54% of, they've been able to lower their emissions by 54%. They're aiming for 100% by 2050 with an interim goal of 80% by 2030. Next slide, please. They also have goals and a vision around electric vehicles. So while they're reducing emissions from the electricity, they also are that's going to impact vehicles that are electric. So they want to ensure that they're able to provide fueling infrastructure to enable those vehicles to run on the zero carbon electric. Also making sure to enable that charging for 1.5 million EVs in their whole service territories. That's over several states. And then they're working internally on their fleet as well, trying to get 20% by 2035 to electric, and then making sure that their programs are accessible at home and within 1 mile of a home if someone isn't able to charge at their home. Next slide, please. All right, so then to talk a little bit about the opportunity around the electrification here, you can see in these pie charts, the orange is natural gas for both residential and commercial. There are a large portion of the energy consumed is natural gas. So there's an opportunity to electrify some of those appliances, mainly a lot of the heating. So with heat pumps that are able to work through electrification. And then kind of looking overall at the whole pie, you can see that commercial and industrial also is a large portion of kind of the energy consumed. So we're going to have strategies, and we'll get into this a little bit, but that are both focused on the residential sector as well as that commercial and industrial sector as well. Next slide, please. All right, then to just touch a little bit on the EVs in Sheridan currently. So we put up here a comparison of the EVs registered in the state of Colorado. Over 210,000 vehicles are EVs, and then within the zip codes that contain Sheridan but are not solely Sheridan itself, there are 845 EVs registered. And then you can see on the map there the number of DC fast charging and public stations that are within Sheridan. So we'll get into a little bit around this in the strategies as well. But I'll have us move into the next slide so we can start to kind of get the whole picture of the beneficial electrification plan. Next slide, please. I think we can kind of skip over this one. Mel kind of introduced Partners in Energy as that free program. And then this is just an example of what a beneficial electrification plan kind of looks like in that final form. It has a vision developed with stakeholders from Sheridan on what the future looks like for their beneficial electrification, as well as establishes kind of the baseline and current conditions and actions there. It helps to, we have a goal set for the plan, and then we look at kind of that strategic short term. So we're looking about 18 months out for achieving that goal that was set, along with kind of aligning with Sheridan's long-term goals that Mel talked about there. And then we have targets associated with each of those strategies, working towards kind of rolling up to what that goal is. Next slide, please. Here you can see the planning timeline. We engaged a number of different stakeholders early on with that recruitment in February, and then set up the baseline of what Sheridan's kind of baseline that we just kind of talked about for beneficial electrification. We held 3 workshops overall from April to September, and we also held community survey both for the general public as well as a survey focused on the business community to get their input on the strategies and work done to put this plan together. You can see our current stage. We're presenting tonight to council, and then we'll be finalizing the plan after any comments or feedback from you all today. Next slide, please. So just to touch a little bit on what the stakeholders and what came out of the planning portion here, the vision for the city of Sheridan is that the city of Sheridan will create an efficient, affordable, and resilient energy future rooted in environmental justice through culturally responsive community collaboration and education for all. And then on the right-hand side, you can see the goal here. Sheridan aims for a 45% utility greenhouse gas emission reduction. So this is the energy use from the utility by 2027 from the 2021 baseline. And that would result in a reduction, so a metric ton of carbon dioxide equivalent reduction of 1,800 from the business as usual. Next slide, please. As we kind of mentioned in this presentation, there are a number of different focus areas that we have with strategies. So our 4 focus areas for the city of Sheridan is around existing residential, existing commercial, redevelopment and new development, and municipal-led efforts. And each one of those focus areas you can see has between 2 to 4 strategies within that that we'll be working with the city of Sheridan through the implementation period to work towards here. So just to kind of run through the strategies, we have strategies in the residential area for rental and multifamily property owners, single family homeowners, manufactured and mobile home communities. And then in the commercial section, looking at some of this foundational research of where we'll be putting some of these buildings, trying to gather some information about what kind of programs or equipment and outreach they need. And then working on those small and medium businesses overall. The redevelopment and new construction, looking to explore the permit fee and incentivizing beneficial electrification, and then supporting all electric development through developers and builders as they're developing new projects. And then through the municipal-led efforts, there are a number of strategies here where Mel kind of talked some about this, but looking at opportunities to look at the fleet transition, renewable energy, and then also looking at public charging for the public with charging stations. Next slide, please. Related to those strategies, we have the draft targets here. So you can see in each of them, this is mainly focused around increasing program participation in those programs that Xcel Energy has to reduce the cost and installation kind of burdens with some of that equipment. So you can see those targets across those different focus areas there. Next slide, please. We'll talk a little bit about what implementation looks like. So once the plan is finalized, we'll start to deploy or implement the strategies. And if you want to go to the next slide, please. Thank you. You can see the timeline around the strategies here. So over the next 18 months, we have a number of the strategies that we'll begin with in each of the focus areas, and then we'll continue that work in this kind of format through that 18-month period. All right. And then if you go to the next slide, this talks a little bit about some of the resources that are available for electrification. These are resources from the federal, state, the regional DRCOG that Mel will mention in a moment, and Xcel Energy and utilities. And then there's a number of different kind of programs or resources that are offered. So as part of the implementation, we'll be working on those strategies about what programs fit with what audiences there. And then I think I'm going to hand this over to Mel to wrap up here.
Thank you. I love wrapping up with really exciting good news. So the first most exciting piece, at least in my opinion, is the city of Sheridan received internal approval from DRCOG for $300,000 of that EPA beneficial electrification subaward funds. And it's going towards really impactful long-range items. So one is the hiring of a full-time 4-year beneficial electrification specialist who will be cost and time shared with Englewood. And this person, think of them as like the boots on the ground person that talks with residents, businesses about all the rebates that are available to them, connecting with them on pain points. They're really going to make sure that this plan and any other beneficial electrification building-wise work is done and done really well. We also got funds for education, outreach, research in this department or in this sphere, staff training and conferences fully paid for the next 4 years. And then also we put money in there for third-party energy code assistance when Sheridan does do their energy code update, which I believe is 2027. So that is all great news. We're going to start with that contracting and everything with them when they get all their pieces done in early 2026. So very exciting there. And then another exciting piece is Xcel Energy has another free program called the Fleet Electrification Advisory Program. It's a really incredible program that pulls a lot of data for us. And they looked at our fleet and created a detailed step-by-step plan of how we could transition or convert our fleet over the next 10 years to EV, what our savings will be, grants available for us. And we had a few other tweaks for them, and we get our final plan hopefully this month, if not next month. So we just have such great tools and resources at our disposal. Now we have these grant funding. And in my personal opinion, I think Sheridan has the most exciting atmosphere for beneficial electrification right now because we're small, we're nimble, and we get stuff done really, really efficiently and really great. So I'm excited to end on that. So now, next slide, please. We're happy to answer any questions you all may have.
Great, thank you. Really good presentation, and that's exciting news and an exciting plan too. Can you talk a little bit more about how, so our goal as a city is 50% greenhouse gas reductions by 2030, and then this plan has 45% of utility-related greenhouse gas. Like, how do those fit together?
Yes,
Like,
I'm
how
also
much
gonna.
of the 50% does the 45% get us?
Yeah, the 40, I believe it's 47, unless I'm mistaken. 47, 45, whichever one it is. As we showed in the greenhouse gas inventory, it's really that transportation and building emissions. That's the largest piece of it. So if we do get down to 20, that 45, 47% by 2027, we're going to be sitting real pretty to meet our goal of that 50% by 2030. And Andrea and the Partners in Energy team were our data champion. So I don't know if there's anything else you want to add to that.
I think just to add that, yeah, as Mel pointed out, I think the 89% is kind of out of that whole bucket. We're looking at the kind of out of that 45% for the goal. So as she mentioned, I think really it's going to help move that needle so that Sheridan is well on its way to meeting its goal.
And one thing else to add, because we already had this great greenhouse gas target, we worked off that instead of trying to create something completely new. So it complements, not creates a different vein for the greenhouse gas reduction target.
Yeah, I guess I was just curious if you can kind of give us an idea, like what proportion of that goal we would meet if we met this goal. Of the subsequent Sheridan goal, would we meet if we met the 45% goal? If that makes sense. Like, is the 45% utility greenhouse gas reductions going to get us to 40% for our city goal? Like, where is it going to put us?
Yeah, great question, Andrea. I don't know if you have anything you want to add to that one.
I can have we can follow up with you. I don't have it
Okay.
off the top of my head.
Yeah, I was just curious. I mean, it seems great. I was looking at those two numbers and going, well, how do these work? And where are we getting with it? But yeah, great. The other question I had was like, what is Englewood's status? If we're going to share an employee with them on this plan, or have they already done a plan similar or?
We're not sharing on the plan.
Oh,
We're just sharing the person,
I see.
the full-time person for building electrification.
Okay.
Englewood has an EV action plan, so goal electrification transportation wise already. They don't have a beneficial electrification plan, but they do have a plan back in 2017, an energy plan that was done pre my time. And then in their sustainability plan, we have similar goals. Or Englewood has similar goals to Sheridan of wanting energy use reduction, wanting increase in renewables. So similar pieces there.
Okay. And that all meets Dr. Cog's, I guess, requirement for that grant that
Yep.
that
So
we both have enough kind of infrastructure laid for them
Yes.
to be
Yeah.
okay with that.
Because we also have, Sheridan will have the beneficial electrification plan as a good blueprint for this full-time position to work off of, but definitely not constrained to the plan. And Englewood has plans such as our low-income energy efficiency outreach strategy, that energy plan I brought up before, where they have different goals that they can meet. I'm sure so many things will overlap as well, like outreach to residents and the commercial sector. I feel pretty positive will be very similar for the two.
Great. Okay. And they're not planning to do anything new related to the Dr. Cog beneficial electrification.
Like Englewood
funding?
creating a plan.
Yeah.
So Englewood likely won't do a beneficial electrification plan only because we went through Partners in Energy just like 2 years ago to do that EV action plan.
Okay.
At least I like balancing planning and doing. I think
Yeah.
you can do too much of one or the other. So since we had that 2 years ago and we have some really good foundation for that full-time person to go off of, we're not going to do a plan
Great.
at least in the next 1 to 2 years.
Nice. Other people have questions?
It's a good question. I see that Colorado has set a goal of increasing the number of electric cars more than 4 times in 5 years. And I just wonder, are there going to be changes in how the electric plants produce energy so that they are not working against, of the efficiency that electrification offers?
Just so I'm clear, so how XL Energy produces their energy?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so and I will let you jump in if I'm missing anything, but XL Energy, I will say, is one of the more cleaner utilities that we see in the United States, which definitely helps the state of Colorado. They have a net zero electricity goal by 2050. And so when you're plugging in that EV, it's going to be cleaner and cleaner as time goes on. But that's an excellent question because they have found that if you're plugging in electricity, say like somewhere in the South where it's mainly coal, you might be doing yourself a disservice. So that's a very valid question, but Colorado XL's utility, at least for the Front Range, is only getting cleaner, which is a good sign. Did I miss anything that you want to add? Perfect.
Thank you.
Other questions? Comments? No, I think it looks great, and that's exciting. It's an exciting step forward in the whole sustainability plan. So
Agreed.
Thank you for bringing it.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thanks. Okay. Our next item tonight is the draft 2026 fee schedule.
Thank you, Mayor. So you should, in your work session packet, have a red line version of an updated fee schedule. And as council is aware, this is the time of year, once a year, we update our fee schedule and trying to keep it to once a year. And is generally a follow-up to the budget process. So once we have an adopted budget, and the goals that are set on there, then we make sure that our fees and fine schedule is aligned with that as well. So in the packet tonight, you have an example of our fee schedule. And Jenna, is the one you have there rearranged or not rearranged yet? Not rearranged yet. Okay, so one difference that you'll see between what you see here in the work session and then the regular meeting version, which is a clean version, some of the sections will be rearranged. They're exactly the same. They're just been rearranged for convenience sake that we found when people use the fee schedule itself. So that's the only change to that. The other thing that I think that you'll find in the fee schedule, I'll just point out to you, we have a significant number of changes in our court fines and fees associated with court. And that has been a result of working with our new municipal judge, Judge Soros, who has reviewed all of the court fees and fines that we have in there. So the vast majority of those in there have been driven by review from our new municipal judge and her considered opinion on, what's appropriate, changes that she wanted to see, new fees, some fees are eliminated. So that's why you see such a significant amount of change under the municipal court fees section. And I think, Mayor, that's about all I have to say about it, really, but I'm happy to answer any questions that council has on that. We strive to keep our fees in a reasonable amounts to them. We strive to have them related to the service that they provide. So we're not feeling like we're charging beyond what it costs the city to provide services to our citizens. So that's always the goal on our fee schedule. And I'm happy to answer any other questions that you might have about it.
Anyone have any questions on the fee schedule? I didn't see too much that I have questions about.
Is it kind of like, inflation where the fees would go up 2% or 3% a year?
Generally, we don't do it that way. No. A lot of our fees are driven by what it says in state statute. It can be driven by changes that are mandated through changes at the state legislature. We will look at it and see, do we have some fees that are directly related to staff time costs and such like that? And if we do see increases in that, making sure that we feel that it is increasing or decreasing appropriately. As you'll see, some fees in here do drop as well. But no, we generally don't look at, we're just going to add an inflationary factor to our fees. We don't work that way.
Good.
Okay. I don't see anybody looking like they have questions, so I guess we'll move on to the review of agenda items for the regular meeting tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. And I know we're crunched for time, so I'm going to go quick. If you want to pull up your agenda, sorry for the council's agenda tonight, we have a lot on there. First, for ordinances on first reading, we have an ordinance that changes our municipal code that will allow our planning and zoning commission members to be reimbursed for attending meetings. Right now, the municipal code says that they cannot be reimbursed in any way. And so this is just a basic change that would allow planning and zoning members to be reimbursed for attending meetings. So it's not going to be, say, a type of a salary arrangement or anything along those. It's only for attended meetings, right? So if you're on planning and zoning commission, you decide you're not going to show up, you're not going to get paid. So that's what this is. And so it is part of code. We'll require an ordinance in 2 readings, and we have first reading on that tonight. Also on first reading, we have an ordinance that sets salary for the presiding municipal court judge. As council remember, when we went through the process of hiring a new judge, the charter and municipal code requires that the judge's salary be set by ordinance. So that's why we have to do that. And we have first reading on that ordinance tonight. Resolutions that are in front of the council, you have the 14th Amendment to the City Manager's Employment Agreement. I thank you very much. I very much enjoyed being your city manager for the past 14 years. I feel that it's an honor and a privilege, and I'm glad that you guys will continue to have me. So thank you. We also have an IGA with Red Rocks Community College for a student internship training program for the police department. I think when we get to that item, the chief will talk about that a little bit, or if you have any questions before the meeting, we can do it really quickly. But I think that's an exciting new program that we're looking forward to getting going. You also have a resolution. This is to approve an amendment to the IGA with Denver Fire for our fire protection services. As council will recall, we have an IGA with Denver for our fire services. That includes not only prevention, but what am I trying to say? um, uh, Firefighting, active fire, fire services, as well as planning services. So we refer a lot of our projects that come into the council or come into the staff get referred to the fire department for review. So it governs all of those services that we contract with Denver Fire for. I want to say I appreciate the efforts in my discussions with the Denver Fire Chief this past fall here when we were negotiating a new contract or service agreement. He was cognizant of our and appreciative of our financial situation, which is tight going into next year. So we've been able to backload this contract. Denver at the time was looking for an upfront 4% for the next 3 years, and asked them if we could work on that a little bit. So we backloaded it. So our first year of the 3-year extension is going to be 3%. Then the next year, 4%, and then the final year, 5%, which will average out to a 4%. But it lets us backload the contract a little bit, especially going into next year, which is looking so tight for us financially. So I appreciate them working with us on that. We also have an agreement. Well, I'll keep going in order. We have the fee schedule, which we just talked about. We have an IGA for dispatch services. This was yeah, a little bit of a surprise, a little disappointing as to the amount of an increase that we're seeing being brought forth for this. There's not a lot of options that we have, though, when it comes to that. We would not be able to institute and run our own dispatch services for less than what we pay. Same goes for fire. We would not be able to stand up either a fire department or a dispatch center for emergency services without incurring incredible costs. Just wouldn't be cost proficient for a city of our size. So we are kind of forced to work with our partners on this. We'll continue to try and work with them, and I know we work with them to try and keep costs down where we can. I think they've had some personnel issues and some budget issues, just like everybody, and they're having to catch up a little bit as well. So hopefully we won't see that level of increase on an annual basis moving forward. The last two items that you have is our resolution approving our line of credit. We always do this every year. It's just a nice, very inexpensive insurance policy for the city and maintaining liquidity and the guarantee of that for our finances. And then setting the mill levy that we do every year for property taxes, for our GO bonds and interest payments. That's it, Mayor, and then we'll move on to the installation of the new mayor and council after that part.
Okay.
I'm happy to answer any questions. I know that was quick. Sorry about
No,
that.
good job getting through it. Right, any questions at this point? Otherwise, we can always ask questions when we get to the individual items in the meeting.
And we will have time during the meeting to have further discussion if
Yeah.
you have, but happy to answer questions now.
Okay, I don't see anything, then we'll go ahead and adjourn the work session at 7:02 p.m. And I think we'll move right into the next meeting. I don't know if we want to open the door. I don't know if people are out there waiting to come to.
Yeah.
the
It
regular
sounds like
meeting
they
or-
are.
If you'll give me just
There
a
are
minute to let
people out
everybody
there.
in and then
Yeah.
we'll get going. And meeting software is up for you to log back into.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome. Come on in, find a seat.
What's that? Yeah, we'll take just a minute before we start the meeting.
Do you want?
Wow. A lot of people. Wow. Yeah. All right. Should get ready. Thanks everybody for being here. Giving our council members just a minute for a break. We get an introduction for our interpreter, please.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Andrea. I'm here with my colleague Gisela. We're here with the Community Language Cooperative, and we're going to be practicing language justice today so that people can communicate in the language of their heart or they feel more comfortable. Once we turn on the interpretation, if you are on Zoom, you're going to see a globe that is going to come up at the bottom of your screen, and you're going to be able to select your preferred language. Hola a todos, soy Andrea, estoy aquí con mi colega Gisela, estamos aquí con la Community Language Cooperative y vamos a estar practicando la justicia del lenguaje el día de hoy para que podamos comunicarnos en el idioma de nuestro corazón o como nos sintamos más cómodos. Una vez que aprendamos la interpretación, ustedes van a ver un globo que va a aparecer en la parte inferior de su pantalla si están en Zoom y si no ven el globo van a ver tres punticos donde dice más y ahí encontrarán la función de interpretación. In host, we can start interpretation now.
Thank you, Andrea. I'll call to order this regular meeting of the Sheridan City Council for December 8th, 2025, and the time is 7:08 p.m. Can we sign in to the meeting, please? We have all council members present tonight. Can we please rise for the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance?
Oh Lord, please instruct us. Oh my goodness, my computer just came off. Just 1 second. Okay. Oh Lord, please instruct us and teach us in the way that we should conduct this meeting. Please counsel us with your loving eye on us. Let our aims in this meeting be aligned with your direction. Let our plans be orchestrated by you. Father, let your will be done in this meeting so that this can be a meeting that is based upon your desires for us. Whatever it is that you want to result from this meeting, Lord, let it happen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any changes to our agenda for tonight?
No changes to the agenda, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. All right, we're starting off tonight with a presentation about our 2025 Sheridan Celebrates Festival. A little recap from Jean Ray. Got a big audience tonight, Jean.
Wow, it's so exciting, isn't it? Hello, everyone. I'm the event coordinator for the city of Sheridan, and I'm going to talk about all the events that happened this year. So we had our Planet Positive event on the first Sunday in May, and then we celebrated agriculture at the Sheridan Celebrates event the last Saturday in September. And then we had a really terrific bingo benefit on Saturday, November 15th. The Park Palooza was at Wildcat Park. Sheridan Celebrates theme this year was Farm in the City. And the bingo benefit was a change from the previous dinner dance. So for the Park Palooza, it was great. We were able to upgrade the planters at Wildcat Park and engage the public in water-wise gardening. As we move in the direction of more and more drought in the state of Colorado, it's important that people do understand how to change their own landscapes to be more water-wise. In doing so, we received a grant from Tagawa Gardens, as well as a donation of soil from A1 Organics. A1 Organics is a local company, and so we appreciated their support. And the VFW band, we have representatives here from the VFW. The VFW band had a mini concert. They had just their brass combo there, and that was a real nice addition to that event. The perennials were donated by Tagawa Gardens, and community volunteers with guidance from the Arapahoe County Master Gardeners Program helped with the event. We had garden gloves that we gave away to everyone, as well as healthy snacks, including apples and oranges, and we provided water. And we want to thank Public Works. I don't know if anyone is here from Public Works, but they provided a hand washing station so that people could wash the dirt off their hands, shall we say, in order to have their snacks. The bingo benefit was a big change for us this year. We had done a dance for several years in a row in November. The point of the dance was obviously to join each other and have a nice time. In addition to that, it was to collect toys for disadvantaged children in Sheridan. And those disadvantaged toys were distributed for the last couple of years and will be distributed again this year by Sheridan Rising Together for Equity. And that will happen for City Council's information. That will happen from 10 to 12 on Saturday, the 13th at the Sheridan Rising Together for Equity offices. I think you should receive something by email from Nellie, but just so you can get that on your calendar, City Council certainly invited to be part of that, and I know some of you were last year. We partnered Anthony and Desiree, members of the City Council, Anthony, Desiree, and Terrence, all partnered together to plan this new bingo event. And we couldn't have done it without the support from the VFW. We did online ticket sales for the dinner and as well as QR-coded postcards. We can't do that without Jenna's help. And then we also collected a lot of toys. That's just a smidgen of the amount of toys that were collected. Additionally, we did baskets for the bingo prizes. So many thanks to Anthony and Desiree and Terrence, who got gift cards for those baskets to make them healthy and desirable. And that also allowed us to keep all the cash that was collected for the bingo to give to Sheridan Rising Together for Equity. And it was over $500 in supplemental cash in addition to the toys that were collected at the event. So it was a great success. We sold about the same amount of tickets that we had in the past to the dance. I think it was popular, and hopefully if the council chooses to do that again next year, we'll sell even more tickets and collect even more toys. Sheridan Celebrates Giving is our way to partner with a nonprofit in the community to not only extend Sheridan Celebrates beyond just the one day at the end of September, but also to recognize the efforts in our community. And this year we raised money for Bridge House Ready to Work. They opened a housing and readiness program in the Inglewood area, so very close to Sheridan, just this last year. And so we were able to support them. We do that through our Sheridan's Got Talent program. So if any of you have not participated in that, we'd love to have you. If you got any talents, please share them. We do online fundraising for Sheridan's Got Talent. People put up a video and ask all their friends, family, and everyone on the street for donations. And we raised over $3,500 for Bridge House Ready to Work. They have a great program, and they had some talented people who participated. The gentleman on the far right-hand side of the picture there, Chase, also performed at the Sheridan Celebrates VIP event, and he's a very talented young man who is part of the Bridge House program, so provided entertainment. In addition to that, the VFW commander's mom was one of our top fundraisers, and she performed at Sheridan Celebrates on the piano, and it was a lovely break at the Sheridan Celebrates event. At the Children's Parade this year, we had some extra pre-parade entertainment from this guy here that you see in the picture, Farmer Dave. And Farmer Dave does some really great, fun and exciting stuff. I didn't get to see it, but I know Sally saw it. And she said he was really, that the kids just loved him. So that was something that the Sheridan Celebrates Committee chose to do, was spend a portion of their budget to provide some exclusive entertainment to the youngest in our community. And the Children's Parade is for kids who are 8 and younger. So they got 60 minutes of entertainment before they actually participated in their exclusive parade. So that was really fun for them. We supply the Sheridan Schools, Alice Terry and Early Childhood Center provide a lot of support to us in registering people. And the Smoke and Outlaw Kitchen, if you haven't been there, go there. They are the sponsor each year, and they give the kids a participation prize as well as provide the lunch for the VIP event. And then there is the Grand Parade. And so you may say, why do you have a children's parade and a Grand Parade? Well, our parade has a long route, and that long route is really tough for the littlest ones to make it down that route. So we thought it would really be cool for them to have their own exclusive parade, and that's worked out very well. So we do have 2 parades. In the Grand Parade, we have royalty that is part of that parade. This year, we honored John Valente, who was a previous Sheridan Schools teacher, as well as a longtime member of the VFW and a veteran. And he was thrilled. He was at everything, wore his sash, and he was a really, really great Grand Marshal. And then we also honored the 2 ladies who are the impetus and longtime volunteers for Sharing with Sheridan, which is the food distribution on Thursday afternoons at Sheridan Recreation Center. And you can see those people pictured down there at the bottom. Our theme, which was Sheridan Celebrates Farm in the City, really inspired a lot of exciting and fun floats this year. So that was a really great thing. And we appreciate when the community comes together and really celebrates our celebration and the choice that the Sheridan Celebrates Committee chooses for a theme. We have to thank Chi Life. They helped us with the Pee Wee Play Park. We upgraded that with some additional things. You can see there at the top a Parachute, which can do parachute games. And Chi Life provided that supervision, that's for the really little kids. So we do have inflatables at Sheridan Celebrates, but typically kids are not supposed to be in inflatables unless they're 5 years or older. So what we really wanted to do was have a special place for those really little toddlers. And we appreciate that Chi Life helped us with that. We also had a petting zoo, and that was very popular with the folks in the community, as well as South Platte Park, which is a park that is part of the South Suburban Parks and Recreation, has what they call the river table. And that was really popular and is really popular every year. It was on the front porch of City Hall. And he recorded the number of visitors, and he had 300 distinct visitors at his table. So that tells you a little bit about how many kids, and maybe adults too, that enjoy that sort of thing and come out and participate in Sheridan Celebrates as a free community event each year. The country music performer was great. They were very professional. We could count on them to be where they were supposed to be when they were supposed to be there, and that's always appreciated. Additionally, we had the festival passes and garnered 80 good emails that we can use to let people know about other things happening, other events happening in Sheridan, which they were also invited to the bingo event. And that was the way that some of the people found out about the bingo event. Man, did we have sponsors this year. We did really, really well in our sponsorship with in-kind and cash sponsorships. It was worth the value of over $12,000 in total sponsorships. And I think I caught everybody on this graphic. But in-kind sponsors, A, B, and C Enterprises has been a long time sponsor doing our flyers for us. Smoke and Outlaw Kitchen did the VIP lunch. Chair rental down close to the VFW always provides free chairs. So if you come to the event and you sit on those free chairs, sit on chairs underneath the tent, those are provided free by chair rental. The banner updates are done by a local Magnify sign, so we get a lot of support. Fourth Dimension Graphics and Wraps did some updated directional signage this year, and we really appreciated that. Our cash sponsorships was budgeted at $6,500, and it came in at $6,500 came in at $8,900. So that was a real boost this year. These are the postcards that we used for the promotion. As I said earlier, couldn't do that without Jenna's help, and we really appreciate her support on that. We also boosted some things on Facebook as paid advertising. And then Holy Name Church, which also provides volunteers for the Grand Parade. They allow us to put something in their church bulletin. The new Ridgeline community allowed us to do something there. And thank you to Tina and Nancy, who are members of the Sheridan Celebrates Committee. They handed out flyers to food shares, both at Sharing with Sheridan and Commune. And the Purpose Church got involved this year and handed out flyers about the Children's Parade, and they are one of the new members of the Sheridan Celebrates Committee. So what's next? We have chosen the theme for 2026, and the theme will be Sheridan Celebrates Cultures of Colorado. You may already know that the state of Colorado is celebrating its 150th anniversary of statehood. And so it seemed really appropriate to look at some of those cultures of Colorado and celebrate those. So this is the graphic that is on the Facebook page. And we will have 4 new members to the group that recruited to the committee. And those include Chi Life, is going to have an active member in the community, in the long-term member in the committee this year, as well as Sisters of Color United for Education and Purpose Church and Sheridan Inspire. So that's great news that we will have those new member groups. We will continue with partnerships to ensure successful philanthropy, fundraising, and the ward-specific events. And we look forward to seeing all of you who are here in the audience at every single event in the city of Sheridan next year. We appreciate you, and I am honored to be the Sheridan Celebrates as well as the other events coordinator for the city of Sheridan. if there are any questions on the surveys that was handed out to City Council as part of your packet, I'd be happy to entertain those questions at this time.
Thank you, Jean.
All right.
Questions from council on the presentation or the survey?
I have a question for Devin. Devin, I would like to request you to terminate Jane Ray's contract. If there's any other council member that agree with me, please let me know.
Do we have any thoughts on that, folks? Any yeses or nos?
I mean, we could definitely put it to vote tonight, yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to vote tonight on anything, but does council have an interest in looking into?
So there won't
Contract.
be a vote.
Yeah, no, this is Gene's contract is a contract that's executed through my office. If the council can always give the city manager direction on how you'd like to see me do things on behalf of the council. So there couldn't, as Betsy was about to point out, we wouldn't have a vote tonight on anything because we don't have an agenda item to do that. However, the council could give the city manager direction on how you would like me to proceed with this, and then I could come back to the council and bring back options on an agenda item at an upcoming meeting. But I would need, I guess I'm saying I'm looking for council direction. This is.
It needs to be a majority of council directing for Devin to look into and work with staff options if that's the direction that majority of council would like.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So do we have, let me see if I have head shakes. Yes, for people who would like to have Devin look into the contract and consider options. Okay, looks like you have a majority. So.
Okay, so I will take that direction into consideration from the council. I will go back, I'll have a discussion with staff. I will have a discussion with the city attorney and then be able to come back to the council at a future meeting and have an agenda item to bring forward recommendations, if that's acceptable with the council.
Not really acceptable to me, but I'm on my way out, so there's not much I can say about it, except that I think Jean's always done an amazing job for us, so, and I would support her staying on.
Thank you.
Okay, we will move on. We've got an exciting lot drawing for Ward 2 next on the agenda. For those of you who might not know, we had a tie in Ward 2 at the election. There were 2 spots open and 2 candidates, but we have to draw for who's going to get a 4-year term and who's going to get a 2-year term. So I have a hat provided to me. And I have 2 name slips. You can see I've got Jay Whitaker, I've got Michael Moreno. I'm going to fold those up. Going to put them in the hat. You want to shake it? You can shake it. Here, you go. You shake it, shake it.
Shake it.
Mix them up a little. Yeah, hold it up high so I can't see him. All right, do you want to shake it too, Michael, since you went through Jay's hands? No? Okay. I'm going to give it another shake up here, and I'm just going to reach in. This is for the 4-year first. Jay Whitaker. So that means Michael's going to get the 2-year term. Congratulations, both of you. Okay, that's how we do elections. You don't expect to have a tie, so. All right. Sorry, my computer just logged me out. Okay, next on the agenda. Now we have to get through kind of the normal business, folks. Sorry, before we get to the new council. So you're just going to have to hang in there with us. Next, we have receive and file the financial reports. I have a motion from Councilmember Moreno and a second from Councilmember Stang. Anyone have any discussion or questions on the financial reports? Okay, please vote. That motion is approved unanimously. Next, we have staff reports. City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. If you can approve that. I'm going to get something up on the screen for you just a moment, but on your dais, you have a voter turnout packet that has all the data from this year's election. First page is going to have citywide results. Second page is Ward 1, Ward 2, and then Ward 3. On Arapahoe County Votes website, they have a great dashboard, so I just wanted to present that to you if you're looking for other statistics. So I think it's coming up. No? It says I'm sharing. There we go. All right, so on their page, if you go to records and data and go to voter statistics, and full dashboard. First page tells you everything you want to know about the Arapahoe County full election for everybody, but you can change over here to the different precincts, and we are 101 is Ward 2, 102 is Ward 1, and Ward 3 is 103. So you can change based on our wards here, and then it'll tell you specific data to the city of Sheridan. It just takes a second to update. Like now it doesn't want to update for you, but yes, but this website is available for you guys to go and check out different results for the election, different data. There you go. So tells you how many active registered voters there are in the city of Sheridan, and then tells you how many people voted and all of those things. So, yep, it's a pretty neat dashboard.
Yeah.
And and last, I just want to say thank you, Madam Mayor and Mayor Pro Tem Kelly. It's been a pleasure serving both of you, and I will miss you both. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, our city attorney, do you have anything for us?
Yes. So first, just an update on the opioids. Purdue's settlement was recently approved, so it's anticipated that the funds for the settlements will be released in 2026 at some point, just so long as there's no appeal and all of those things. But it's anticipated that that should occur. And then to to the mayor and then the mayor pro tem, it was lovely to get to know you and to meet, your families and everything when we were at the conference. I wish you both the best of luck in your life. And to the new mayor and the new council member, I look forward to working with you all and representing the city. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, city manager, what do you have for us tonight?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to cut it real short because I know nobody came here to hear my manager's report. So
Okay.
I want to say thank you to the council for our holiday party. All right, we had our city holiday party. It was fantastic. I want to say thanks again to Jenna for picking out all of our great raffle prizes, and everybody whose kids came and helped me give away all that stuff. That was a lot of fun. And also to Hans, who is one of our photo radar techs, but in real life is Santa Claus. So he showed up and did pictures for all of us, which was fantastic. The other thing I want to point out is that while this is the mayor's last regular meeting, we are going to have a reception and open house for the mayor on the 18th of this month, 18th of December, 3 to 6 p.m. here at City Hall. And all are welcome. And that should go out. There should be invites going out shortly on that. So you can keep an eye out for that as well. Again, I will also echo our comments from the staff. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I really very much appreciated working with both of you. I've worked for a lot of mayors and you're one of the best.
Oh,
so,
thanks.
Yeah, you bet.
Well, thank you.
But thank you to you both for your service to the city. I'm always amazed and impressed by people who step up and take time out of their own busy lives to serve their other citizens, and should be proud of that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to save my remarks for the 18th because
There
I
you
know
go.
if I do it tonight, I'll cry in front of all you lovely people. So I'm going to wait. All right, Chief.
For the sake of time, I'm keeping it short. I just wanted to thank both you, the mayor and mayor pro tem. You've made my job very, very rewarding. The support, the guidance, the leadership that you all have provided me and the police department. Can't thank you enough for that. You've made this job extremely rewarding. So again, thank you both. And if there's ever anything that we can do to help you, please let us know. And best of luck. And hopefully this is not goodbye. It's we'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll still be around. Thank you, Chief. So no news from the department? You want to share anything tonight?
Nothing tonight.
Okay.
I got back from Hawaii, so.
Oh, good. You're back. Okay, well, we'll move on then. Thank you all. Minutes. We have the minutes of the regular city council meeting of November 10th, 2025, and minutes of the special city council meeting of November 17th, 2025. And I have a motion from Councilmember Stang and a second from Councilmember Moreno. Any discussion or questions on the minutes? All right, let's vote. That motion is approved unanimously. Next, we have the consent agenda. We have disbursements from November 1st through November 15th, and also disbursements from November 16th through November 30th to approve. And I have a motion from Councilmember Camacho, a second from Councilmember Whitaker. Any questions or discussion on the items on the consent agenda? Please cast your votes. That motion is approved unanimously. Next, we have items for individual consideration. Ordinances on first reading. We have Ordinance 19 of 2025, an ordinance of the City Council of Sheridan, Colorado, amending Section 5420 of the Sheridan Municipal Code regarding membership requirements of Planning and Zoning Commission. I have a motion from Councilmember Kelly and a second from Councilmember Moreno. Any questions or discussion on Ordinance 19? I think it's great to have the opportunity to reimburse those people who serve on planning and zoning for their time and their effort to serve the city. So I'm definitely in support of this one. Okay, please cast your votes. Motion is approved unanimously. Next, we have Ordinance 19 of 2025, an ordinance of the City Council of Sheridan, Colorado, establishing the salary for the presiding municipal court judge. I have a motion from Councilmember Kelly and a second from Councilmember Whitaker. Any discussion on Ordinance 20? No? I'd like to thank our judge for her service so far to Sheridan. She's new this year. I think she's been doing great, and we're glad to have her back for another year. Like, where is she? The crowd's so big. Thank you. All right, let's vote on that one. That motion is approved unanimously. All right, we have resolutions. Resolution 37 of 2025. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Sheridan approving the 14th Amendment to the City Manager Employment Agreement between the City of Sheridan and Devin Granberry. I have a motion from Councilmember Stang and a second from Councilmember Camacho. Any discussion on Resolution 37? Thank you for your probably 15 years at this point, since this is the 14th Amendment, right? So.
Yeah, you got to count the first one, right?
Yeah. So I appreciate it.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. And like I said earlier, it's a privilege and an honor.
Okay. Let's vote on Resolution 37. That motion is approved unanimously. Resolution 38 of 2025, a resolution of the City Council of Sheridan, Colorado, approving an intergovernmental agreement with Red Rocks Community College for student internship training with Sheridan Police Department and practicum agreement for student internship. And I have a motion from Councilmember Kelly and a second from Councilmember Whitaker. I think we were going to get a little bit of information on this one before we vote. If Commander Ledger, are you the one doing that, or the chief?
Well, first of all, yes, this is just in line with our pursuing excellence and our commitment to education. We have a fantastic opportunity to, it's not only for our internships, it'll also give us exposure to new people that are entering the law enforcement, criminal justice field, give them an opportunity to get to know our department, and also becomes a recruiting tool for us. And there's some other things that we'd like to talk about, but I'd really like to, special thanks before I turn it over, Commander Ledger, for really spearheading this, along with Professor Jerry Sanchez from Red Rocks Community College. for all their work into making this come to fruition. So, as you know, Commander Ledger came from the Denver Police Department, while Professor Sanchez also came from the Denver Police Department and retired and now is a professor over there while he was working too. But we're lucky to have that partnership that helped us come together. So, Professor Sanchez, Commander Ledger, would either of you like to step up and say a couple more words about this? I think it'd be exciting for our community to hear about it as well.
Please come up and state your name so we can make sure we get it on the record. Yeah.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
My name is Jerry Sanchez. I am the chair of the Criminal Justice Department at Red Rocks Community College. It's an honor and a privilege to be here on such a magnificent night with, some sadness, of course, but we're really excited to partner and collaborate with the Sheridan Police Department because they've established a lot of momentum with creating positive community engagement initiatives. And we're really excited to create some career and educational pathways and build those bridges to promote better decision makers in our law enforcement community and promote education. So thank you very much for considering this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council. First, it was a team effort, brought the idea to the chief, and then City Attorney Stewart and Jenna and our HR Jennifer, it was a whole team effort. So, and thanks to Jerry and his team, I think it's going to be a great opportunity. That's how I got my start in law enforcement. I did an internship with a small city, and next thing I know, I'm working for a big city. But we want to bring in some homegrown kids here to become city employees. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Mayor, I thought they were going to show off a little bit more, but they didn't. But another thing that it offers us is we're going to have an opportunity to have further education for our officers that are here now to get their bachelor's degrees. The Red Rocks Community College is going to give them some credits for the education that they received through the police academy, being that it is post-certified. And then it also will help them make it attainable financially, because they're giving them a great deal to do that. So again, helping our officers go back to school, get more education so that they can serve our community better and to help better prepare for their futures. That's another part of this that I think that we should talk about, that was just a piece of this all coming together. So thank you all for your support. City manager for supporting this, of course. And again, our city attorney, everyone coming together, our city clerk. So thank you so much.
Thank you for adding that. I didn't get that out of the packet, so it's good to know there's that other feature. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments? No, I think it sounds amazing, so I'm excited. Okay, I guess we'll vote. Thank you. That motion is approved unanimously. Okay, well, we've got Resolution 39 of 2025, a resolution of the City Council of Sheridan, Colorado, approving the 11th amended and restated intergovernmental agreement for fire protection services between the City of Sheridan and the City and County of Denver. We have a motion from Councilmember Moreno and a second from Councilmember Camacho. Does anybody have any questions on the fire protection agreement? No? Okay, please cast your votes. Motion is approved unanimously. Then we have Resolution 40 of 2025, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sheridan, Colorado, adopting the City of Sheridan's 2026 fee schedule. A motion from Councilmember Camacho and a second from Councilmember Moreno. Any questions or discussion about the fee schedule? No? Okay, looks good to me too. Let's vote. That motion is approved unanimously. And then Resolution 41 of 2025, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sheridan approving an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Sheridan and the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Arapahoe regarding dispatch services. I have a motion from Councilmember Stang and a second from Councilmember Whitaker. Any questions or comments on the dispatch agreement? Okay, let's vote. That motion is approved unanimously. Resolution 42 of 2025, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sheridan authorizing the city manager to execute a line of credit for the 2026 fiscal year. I have a motion. No, I don't have a motion. Hold on. I have a motion from Councilmember Whitaker and a second from Councilmember Moreno. Any questions on the line of credit? Please cast your votes. That motion is approved unanimously. If the final resolution, Resolution 43 of 2025, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Sheridan, Colorado, setting the mill levy for general fund property taxes and the mill levy for the property taxes required to pay the general obligation bond principal and interest payments. I have a motion from Councilmember Stang and a second from Councilmember Moreno. Any questions or discussion on the property tax resolution? Seeing any? Okay, please vote. That motion is approved unanimously. We're moving on to the fun stuff now, folks. Thank you for hanging in there. All right, next is
Mayor, before you
Yeah.
run on, I just want to make a quick
Yeah.
comment. I know a lot of you have never been to one of these meetings before, or not frequently, and we just whipped through a lot of votes just like that. Just so you know, we did talk about all this stuff before. And so we did a lot of that during the work session, and there's lots of memos and things like that. So we whipped through a lot of business, but we spent some time on discussing most of that quite a bit beforehand. So just so you know.
Okay, next is the installation of the new mayor and council members.
Thank you. How are you doing? Yay. So I'm going to just say a few comments that's applicable to everyone before we start with you, if that's all right. Good. Okay. This is a quote: "To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity. That is the secret sauce of Sheridan. That is why I and the entire staff love to work for Sheridan. Integrity and sincerity. When I applied a year ago, I didn't know the depth of that integrity and sincerity. It has been incredible. What an honor. What a privilege. Mayor Pro Tem, thank you. It is hard work sitting in these seats. I know it is. Many discussions, many decisions. It is so hard and so important. And to you and everyone else, thank you for your service." You ready? If you will raise your right hand, I'm going to do it this way. Hang on. I, Anthony Lopez, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Colorado, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Sheridan, and that I will, to the best of my ability, faithfully perform the duties of City Council Member, Ward 1, for the City of Sheridan during my continuance therein. So help me God. Congratulations.
Yes, we can hear you.
Councilmember Whitaker, you ready? Testing.
Test.
I think we're both lit up. All right, sir. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You'll raise your right hand. I, Jay Whitaker,
I, Jay Whitaker,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the constitutions
that I will support the
of
constitutions
the United States
of the United States
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Sheridan,
of the City of Sheridan,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
faithfully perform the duties
faithfully perform the duties
of City Council Member,
of City Council Member,
Ward 2,
Ward 2,
for the City of Sheridan,
for the City of Sheridan,
during my continuance therein,
during my continuance therein.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Way to get through the microphone issues.
Thank you.
Okay.
Both of them.
Yes, ma'am. Just like Bobby.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How'd you know you were next?
Lucky guess.
This is so much easier without a handheld. Good
Yeah.
to see you.
Good to see you.
All righty, you ready?
Yep.
I, Michael Moreno,
I, Michael Moreno,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Sheridan,
of the City of Sheridan,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
faithfully perform the duties
faithfully perform the duties
of City Council Member,
of City Council Member,
Ward 2,
Ward 2,
for the City of Sheridan,
for the City of Sheridan,
during my continuance therein.
during the continuance of my duties therein.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You got it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Christoph Clark. Hello, sir. It's good to meet you. How'd I do on your first name? Did I do well? Yeah, good. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to put that on so I can have your right hand? Do you want some help? Good. Do you want to hold that up to you so people can hear you?
Yes, I can.
You're doing great. I, Christoph Clark,
I, Christoph Clark,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the
the
Constitution
of the State of Colorado
of the State of Colorado,
and the Charter and ordinances
the Charter and
of
ordinances
the City of Sheridan,
and the City of Sheridan.
and that I will,
And I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
faithfully perform the duties
faithfully perform the duties
of City Council Member,
of City Council Member,
Ward 3,
Ward 3,
for the City of Sheridan,
for the City of Sheridan,
during my continuance therein,
to my continuance therein,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, sir. Sally Daigle. Great. How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You ready?
Yeah,
You will raise your right hand.
I'm so ready.
I know you are.
I'm so ready.
Do this.
Let's do this.
I, Sally Daigle,
I, Sally Daigle,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I shall support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Sheridan,
of the City of Sheridan,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the very best of my ability,
faithfully perform the duties
faithfully perform the duties
of mayor
of mayor
for the City of
for
Sheridan
the City of Sheridan
during my continuance therein.
during my continuance therein.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome.
This would be my family.
Yeah, I see today. I do this, Sally. Congratulations.
There you go, Diego.
You're gonna have to give me a minute. Review?
Councilmember Kelly, we have something for you if you just hang on 5 minutes. Okay.
You're gonna.
Where'd he go? Oh, what? All right, well, next we have a presentation to the outgoing mayor and council members. We would first like to recognize Mayor Pro Tem Kelly. I don't know.
Mayor, I'm not sure your mic is on.
Now he'll be able to hear me.
There you go.
Next, we have the presentation to the outgoing mayor and council members. We would first like to recognize Mayor Pro Tem Kelly with a proclamation. Whereas Terrence Kelly was first elected to city council in November 2021, and whereas Terrence was elected by council to be mayor pro tem, he served in this role from December 11, 2023 to December 8, 2025. And whereas Terrence served as the Colorado Municipal League representative for the city from December 2023 to December 2025. And whereas he similarly served as the city's Denver Regional Council of Governments representative from December 2023 to December 2025. And whereas he served as a member of the Sheridan Celebrates Committee from December 21st to December 2021 to December 2025. Whereas he has been consistently supportive of projects undertaken for the betterment of the city of Sheridan. And whereas Terrence has always been supportive of the staff of the city of Sheridan. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Sheridan formally recognizes Terrence Kelly as an outstanding citizen and expresses its sincere appreciation for the dedicated service Terrence Kelly has provided to the city of Sheridan over the past 4 years. I'm a comment. You can grab it for him to me. Been an honor. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you next time.
Take a picture. He's taking a picture. There you go. It's not.
Let me get that.
Gotta get a
Here.
sign.
He's gonna get a sign because he's cool. And a lovely spot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Thank you. Okay, cool, sweet, thank you. Yeah, I'll be around.
Can I get the, can I go back up there? Can I read the, can I read Tara's down here?
Yeah, you can reach her up here. Is there a microphone?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta get it.
TJ.
Wait. You can, because it's really long. Oh my God, I need a drink.
I get the longest street sign.
Proclamation, recognition of Tara Bader Fleur. Whereas Tara Bader Fleur faithfully served the city of Sheridan since being appointed to the city council in 2008. Woo! And has continued her commitment to the community as mayor since her first election to that office in November of 2017. Consistently demonstrating exemplary leadership throughout her tenure. And whereas Mayor Bader Fleur, oh, we could have just said Mayor Tara.
Do it while you're reading it.
Played played a pivotal role in implementing a citywide records management program, enhancing efficiency and effectiveness by making city documents accessible to all departments and readily available to the public, thereby promoting transparency and openness. And whereas she fostered inclusivity by supporting live translations during services during city council meetings, ensuring that all residents were able to participate fully in city governance. And whereas Mayor Bader-Fleur consistently responded to community needs by active engagement in groups, meetings, and conferences, and encouraged cooperation within the Tri-Cities Homelessness Committee, which addressed long-term solutions for homelessness in Sheridan, Inglewood, and Littleton in partnership with Arapahoe County. And I'm only about halfway through. And whereas she was instrumental in securing a Habitat for Humanity site in Sheridan, resulting in 63 new affordable homes at Sheridan Square, and actively supported additional habitat projects throughout the Denver area and championed this development of 149 affordable apartments in the Bonsai apartment complex. And whereas Mayor Bader-Fleur has shown unwavering respect for the laws and regulations of the city of Sheridan, the state of Colorado, and the United States, while serving on committees such as the Mayor's Caucus, Mayor's Managers and Commissioners Committee, Colorado Municipal League, South Platte Working Group, Sheridan Housing Authority, and Sheridan Celebrates. And whereas she consistently held herself and others accountable, displaying ethical conduct in all interactions with community groups and stakeholders. Whereas during the COVID pandemic, Mayor Bader-Fleur led the implementation of hybrid council meetings, allowing for attendance via Zoom, an innovative solution now standard in city operations, and promoted the adoption of modern technology in council chambers for visual voting and automatic recording. And whereas Mayor Bader-Fleur remained accessible and welcoming to both constituents and staff, and has exercised fiscal accountability, resulting in increased city reserves during her terms. And now, therefore, I do hereby recognize and express the deepest appreciation to my longtime friend, Mayor Tara Bader-Fleur's outstanding, enduring public service to the city of Sheridan and its residents, celebrating her dedication since 2008 as a steadfast advocate and leader of the community. Boy, you're gonna have to carry this for her. It's kind of heavy.
We need two people.
It's got both names. And then there's this.
Oh.
You're welcome. I'll help.
There we go.
There we go. Cool.
Oh.
There we go. Please. Oh my gosh, so funny. I love you. Yay. You can help? You got this.
Okay, you got that one. Sure.
And then we'll go.
I think over here.
Over by Andrew. Yay. Andrew,
so
take
much.
these. Thank you. Eddie, will you hold that? I want that one. Thanks.
Way to go, Mayor.
Where'd you go, man? Mayor? Wasn't that fun? Except now I've lost my water, so it's okay. I've got me. Oh. Let's see. What's up next? I'm getting there. Because mine's on paper. For now. Hmm. Oh, thanks. That's my needs. Okay. The next item on the agenda is the election of Mayor Pro Tem. I now invite nominations from the floor. Each nominee will be given the opportunity to accept or decline the nomination. If a nominee declines, their name will be removed from consideration.
I'd like to nominate Michael Moreno for Mayor Pro Tem.
I would like to nominate Jill Whitaker.
Would you accept?
Accept.
Okay. Well, I would second Jay. So now we have a vote.
I got a third for Michael Moreno.
We can just go ahead and vote.
Yep.
Yep.
We can go ahead and vote. So it'll be by a majority vote of council of who the mayor pro tem will be for the next 2 years. So all those in favor of Michael Moreno? It'll be a voice vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Roll call?
Yeah, because,
Okay, sorry.
yeah.
We're gonna change to a roll call. My apologies. Let's try this again. Councilmember Moreno,
Aye.
Councilmember Stang,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitaker, Councilmember Lopez,
Yes.
Mayor Daigle,
Nay.
and Councilmember Clark.
Nay.
Who did I miss?
And-
Oh, Camacho.
Camacho.
Sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. Councilmember Camacho. That is a 4-3 vote. Councilmember Moreno will be our mayor pro tem for the next 2 years.
Congratulations. Congratulations. I got a lot for you to do. You might regret it. Let's see. Where do we go? Next, it is, mayor's choice, yes? Or do we do the CML?
Yeah, so under mayor's choice, the first
I
item
can't
we
get
have
this
is
to work.
going to be the Sheridan Celebrates board members.
This isn't, I can't get this one to work. I think I did something wrong. And I'm not present either, sweetheart. No. So I wouldn't be able to vote anyway. Make it so much easier. I don't even know. I
Just clicking on all these things.
Right now, it's sitting right here.
All right, dang, let's sign you in. We're gonna mark you present. Oh, yep, we're currently. Okay.
Thanks.
This one I'm gonna move for you.
Thanks.
The old one. Is that gonna work for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
Cool. So, next we will need a representative and alternate to serve on the CML policy group who would like to be the representative and the alternate. So we'll ask for who would like to be the representative. Think that, Michael, you said you'd like to continue?
Yeah, I was the alternate, but I don't mind stepping up if no one's willing to do so.
Does anyone else want to do City Municipal League?
I think it was
Terrence was
Parents and,
primary.
well, we'll still need an alternate. So we'll give him the.
I'll be alternate.
Would you? Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. Yeah, doing something.
I'll do alternate.
And just for council's information, this is primarily for the CML Policy
Yes.
Committee, and there's 2-3 meetings a year on that. Yeah.
That's fine.
Next, we need a representative and an alternate to serve on the Dr. Cog, which was absolutely my favorite thing to do. the whole time.
I
I
know.
loved it.
We know.
I'd like to be that representative.
I'd love for you to do that. We would need an alternate, and I'd love to be the alternate if you guys don't mind, unless someone wants to.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. Cool. Well, there you go. That was easy. Next we have South Platte River Working Group. Anyone interested? It's really fun. I did talk to Anthony.
Yeah, I'll take that on, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really kind of neat. When we did River Run Park, I was on at that time, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. Wait a minute, did I miss Sheridan Celebrates? Yes. We need 3 for Sheridan Celebrates. I know that Anthony has said yes. You'll do it? Ernie, I really appreciate that because I know how you feel. And one more. Anybody? He can't go on Thursdays because that's his big night at Tai Chi. So I will do it. I'll be fine. Well, I'd love to be on Sheridan Celebrates. So there you go. That's it. I'm done. Mayor's choice. Right?
Yeah.
Unless you have anything else you'd like to choose, Mayor.
Well, I do. Actually, I was gonna kind of say something.
The floor is yours.
Well, okay. Thanks. I gotta find it because I take notes. Just a second. That'll give me a chance to take a drink. Oh my God. It's very hot in here with all these people. And really and truly, like 90% of these people are my family. This is my rainbow of a family, and they're lovely for being here. I appreciate them.
Madam Mayor, do you mind moving your microphone up just a bit? Our interpreters are having trouble hearing you.
Oh, she should have said something. Okay.
Can you go ahead and do a test for them?
Test, test.
She says it's still not great. You might have to talk just a little bit louder for her.
She might not like that because I can talk really loud. Good evening, Sheridan. I'm here before you today, filled with gratitude and excitement. Thank you for believing in me and for giving me the honor of serving as your mayor. This victory is not just mine, it belongs to every single one of you who supported our vision for an even greater Sheridan. I want to express my heartfelt thanks to the voters for placing their trust in me. This journey has been incredible, and I couldn't have done it without the hard work and dedication of my campaign team, Andrew, Kennedy, great support from these 2 gentlemen, as well as other city council members, and of course, my family. And there's a lot of them here. My son and my daughter and son-in-law, my favorite son-in-law, and my favorite daughter-in-law happen to be here. I do have family, hopefully online in Hawaii and Washington State and Idaho and Arkansas and Kentucky and Ohio. And so I appreciate all your support and even, contributing to my campaign. That was awesome. So that was greatly appreciated. And I love you all very much. As we look to the future, my vision for Sheridan centers on collaboration and enhancement. We will strengthen partnerships with our neighboring cities, Arapahoe County, the state of Colorado, and the state government to ensure that we all thrive together. Collaborating with the Arapahoe County Library District will help us provide essential resources and educational opportunities for everyone in our community. By working closely with the South Suburban Recreation Department, we'll enhance our recreational facilities and programs, making them even more accessible and enjoyable for our families. Our partnership with the Sheridan School District is vital as we support our students and educators, ensuring that our schools continue to be a source of pride. Additionally, I am committed to improving walkability and safety on our streets, ensuring that everyone, whether walking, biking, or driving, can navigate Sheridan comfortably and safely. And let's not forget our collaboration with the Sheridan CU Health Clinic, which is essential for providing quality healthcare access to our residents. I promise to be a mayor who listens, to engage with all of you, and to involve our community in the decision-making process. Together, we can enhance the vibrant spirit of Sheridan while maintaining the qualities that make it such a fantastic place to live. I encourage each of you to become active participants in our community, share your ideas, voice your concerns, and let's work together to enhance Sheridan even further. Your input is invaluable as we move forward. In closing, I'm excited about the possibilities that lie ahead. Together, we can build on the incredible foundation of Sheridan and create a community that we all proudly call home. Thank you once again for your support. Let's get to work. That's all I have. Now we have public comment.
Council members.
Council member's choice. Yes. Would you like? Yes, absolutely.
Simply say, well, thank everyone that got me here to this point. And what I would like to say to the city of Sheridan, that we are a family. I want us to look at each other as a team. The people I'm sitting up here on this council, I am proud to be with them. I believe that the word team stands for together. Everybody achieves more. We are a family here in a unit, and I'm very proud to be a part of this council. And people say, what is your agenda? What you bring into the council? My agenda is to be a part of what the council already has in place and to move it forward, and not to bring any more extra weight, but to make things that we have here to be a unified city and to be an example for others to follow. And I want to thank personally to the prior mayor, Tara, for the guidance over the years that I have received from her and from other members of the community. I am very happy to serve. This is not a label for me, but it's something that I'm prepared to work for. And thank you for your votes and getting us here today. Thank you all. Sharon.
Councilmember Clark, can you please move up your microphone as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Can you make sure it's clipped on so they can hear you? We just have live interpretation going at the same time.
Anyone else? No? Moving on to public comment. Each person shall be permitted to speak for a period of time not to exceed 2 minutes, and a person's time may not be shared with any other person. Public comment shall not exceed 20 minutes. So y'all better talk fast. Members of the public may provide comments on any topic not listed on the agenda. Comments are to be provided in person at the podium. Individuals be invited for public comment according to the order of the sign-up sheet. When your name is called, proceed to the podium, introduce yourself, and state your address for the record. No?
Is there anyone that wants to speak that didn't sign in?
Oh, absolutely. Commander.
Madam Mayor, congratulations. New council person, congratulations. My name is Todd Van Sant. I'm commander of VFW Post 9644 here in Sheridan. I want to welcome you all and thank you all for for inviting us here, and thank you all for being here. A couple things from your VFW Post. We have a kids' Christmas party coming up on December 20th. All kids in this community are welcome to attend. We'll have gifts, we'll have Santa Claus. We have all kinds of things going on. We pull out all the stops for the kids. Last year we had about 100 kids come through the post, and it was amazing. Christmas Day, we have a free dinner at the post. We did the same thing for Thanksgiving. The last mayor, the previous mayor, she was in attendance. We do Thanksgiving and Christmas meal every year between 2 and 4 p.m. On Christmas Day. So please, if you don't have a place to be for Christmas, please come by your VFW post here in town. And then this weekend is a busy weekend for your VFW post. This is our 15th annual airlift where we send food and toys all over the state of Colorado. It started here in Sheridan, Colorado. We have 15 cities signed up so far this year, where we're going to send food and toys all over the state of Colorado. The food and toys go directly onto veterans' tables. So it's a really cool event this year. If you have time, Saturday the 14th at 8 a.m. at Centennial Airport, you're welcome to come by and help us load some planes, or sit at home and watch for us on the news. Hopefully you'll see us there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Saturday.
Anyone else? Oh. Hi, Roger.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Roger Rowland. My address is 700 South Hudson Street. I'm the Secretary Treasurer of the Sheridan Historical Society and a former mayor. I want to let everybody know that I am familiar and I have known 12 Sheridan mayors going back to the 60s. Tara, I want you to know I believe you are the best mayor of that group that I have ever seen or been aware of.
Hold up, for sure. True statement.
Well, now she's crying. Okay. Yeah, she's crying. And I believe that that's it.
Unless there's any other public comment, Mayor.
Any public comment? Okay. I would like though, I have a lot of nieces and nephews. Would you guys stand up, please? All of you. Just because you're the heart of my heart. Look at that. Oh, you, the great ones too. Oh, I love you all. Thank you. Hi, Zara. She's the youngest of them right now. And on that, I will call this meeting to adjourn. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you.
Madam Mayor,
We
do have the shared
For
redevelopment.
this meeting.
Yes, this
Yes.
meeting at 8:26.
Yes, at 8:26 p.m. for this meeting, because we are going into Sheridan Redevelopment Agency meeting right after. However,
I can't let the folks know. This will go really quick if you just want to.
Yeah, if you want to
Wait a minute, it'll go really quick.
We are having like a celebration at
There is
Tai
a
Chi.
piece to follow.
Yeah.
So
Again.
there's going to be a celebration at Tai Chi down here on Federal.
Chi Life,
Oh, Tai Chi
4380
Life.
South
Sorry.
Broadway. We have an after party, 4380 South Federal.
Just down the street. Follow this guy.
Federal, 4380 South Federal, 2 blocks down, 2
All right.
blocks. Chi Life.
Chi Life. I will call the December 8th, 2025 meeting of Sheridan Redevelopment Agency to order. I can't see that, but 8:27. Roll call. Next, we have roll call. Mark yourselves present. Did it work? Yes. Very good. We have.
Quorum, Madam Chair.
Pardon?
You have a quorum, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Approval of minutes. Minutes of the SRA regular meeting of October 27, 2025. I'll take a motion in a second, please. We have a motion from Councilwoman Stang and a second from Councilman Whitaker. Any
discussion?
questions? Any discussion? No? Hearing none? Go ahead and cast your votes. Next, we have the financial reports, receive and file financial reports. I'll take a motion in a second, please. Motion is made by Councilman Moreno and seconded by Councilwoman Stang. Any questions on the financial reports? Hearing none, we can go ahead and vote on that. Let's see, we have the approval of disbursements, authorized disbursements for November 2025 in the amount of $163,446.46 that have been or will be made for expenses referenced below. Legal expenses, 0. Other professional services, $3,736.75. City support services, $158,906. Other expenses, $803.70. Okay. And we already have a motion from Councilman Moreno and a second from Councilman Camacho. Any discussion, any questions? No? Go ahead and vote. One more. One. Mine failed, sorry. Next we have, that's it?
We have new business, the
New
Teresa report, September 2025.
We have the
All
new
right.
business. Are you there?
I am here. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Teresa.
How are you? Congratulations. Excited to be working with you again and exciting to be working with you, Christoph. So, hey, I'm going to keep this very short and sweet tonight because I know no one wants to hear me talk about this stuff. But hey, got some things going on with the new retailers is keeping our building department busy. Our pledged revenues, we still are doing year to date a little higher, 1.88% higher for the year to date. So that's good that we're staying with that. Filed all the quarterly compliance reports. Our budget was approved and we'll work on filing with that with the state by January 31st. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, I will let you guys go party.
Are there any questions? Anyone? Cool. That's it.
Now you
We're
can
done.
adjourn.
I think we're done. Now we can adjourn. Thank you all for being here. Love you all.